let's look at an example using these methods. In this example, we want to use string methods to print one value in many different ways that mimic different tones of voice. We're starting with a variable called phrase that is set to the string really, and we need to fill in how this phrase would change if we were yelling, excited, surprised, or bored. If we're yelling in text speak, we use all caps. Now we could just set the yelling variable to really in all caps, but if we wanted to change the phrase and have this update as well, that wouldn't work. So we need to alter the phrase variable instead of hard coding the answer here. To change a string to all uppercase letters, we can use the upper method. So I'll just set the yelling variable to phrase.upper. Now down below, let's print a message using this variable to check if it does what we want. All right, print if you're yelling, the phrase is, and then I want to use my yelling variable. So I'll concatenate that by writing plus yelling. This works great. And if I change my phrase to something else like, I'm not mad, it still works great. Okay, let's go back and move on to the excited variable. To show we're excited, we want to add 2 exclamation points to the end of the phrase. We also want to use correct capitalization because, we're professionals. We can first use the capitalization method by writing phrase.capitalize. And then we want to concatenate 2 exclamation points to the end. So we'll add plus 2 exclamation points. Let's copy and paste my print statement and change yelling to excited. Does this work? Yeah, looks great. Now, next we want to be surprised. To be surprised, we need to add an exclamation point, a question mark, and another exclamation point to the end of the phrase, and use correct capitalization as well. So I'll write surprised equals phrase.capitalize plus exclamation, question, exclamation. Let's copy and paste this and change it to surprised and see how that looks. I'm getting an error because I have a syntax error. I need to make sure I spell my variable correctly. Awesome. Next, we want to be bored. To show we're bored, we want to end our phrase with 3 dots. And to show we really don't care, we're going to write the phrase in all lowercase letters. So I can write bored equals phrase dot lower and concatenate 3 dots. I'll copy and paste one of these print statements and change it to bored. And let's see. It looks great. You may be wondering why we needed to use the lower method in our bored variable if the phrase was already given in all lowercase letters. But it's important because we want to be able to change the initial phrase to anything and have each emotion provide the same output each time. I could change the phrase to, you think I want dinner? And the output is not dependent on what I initially entered. But I do want to make sure that I spell everything correctly. Awesome. Now it's your turn to use string methods in your Tracy programs.